Hi everyone, this is Liz from Creative Life of Liz, and I'm here planning for the week of April 6th through the 12th. This is in my B&R Paper Crafts Plan B planner. And for this week, I'm using this kit from B&R Paper Crafts called Princess. It's clearly Disney themed, Cinderella especially. But I also think it's a fun, cute kit that has like spring vibes with the colors and the little cherry blossoms and things like that. So this is the full box page. Here's the bottom washi and date covers. Definitely very like pretty and chill here. Glittery boxes, some functional things. Full box checklist, 4 more full boxes and more functionals. Glitter headers, little things. And then word headers, washi strips, things like that. So my plan is to use the word headers, and I'm going to put them into do today little thing order. I'm going to use the bottom washi and the date covers. I'm going to use the date dots and the weekend banner, and I'm going to use the full box checklists. So I'm going to lay all of this stuff down, hopefully successfully, and then I will be right back so that we can do the interesting bits. Okay, here's where we are at with the pre-planning. I think it's looking cute. I put the bottom washi just barely low enough to not overlap, so that's good. I did press the date covers right up here, just so I have a little space up here at the top. I'm going for not a no white space, but a low white space kind of spread this time. So I do want to kind of push things together as much as possible. So with that, let's start with the full boxes. So we have 4 here. And then we have 9 more here. So that gives us 13. We really only need 8. So that should leave us 5 full boxes left over. We'll kind of have to see how that goes, I guess. So I feel like to me, these two go together, and then these two go together as the like less saturated items. And then I kind of want to do these two as kind of being Mickey-ish. And then I think I'm going to do these two as my other 2 boxes. And then leave the ones that are like the most princessy as the ones that I'm like least going to use, I think. We'll see how that goes. All right, so I think I like this box as my quote box. Do I want to push this up higher and really mix things up? Then I have to get everything lined up properly. Okay, we're gonna try it. We're gonna see how that goes. Hopefully we didn't just destroy everything. And we can get everything lined up reasonably well when we get there. All right, so first up, this one then becomes my middle box here. Something is not straight, but this is not matte, the matte, premium matte paper or vinyl stuff, so it's definitely not coming back up. So we're just gonna go with whatever happens. It also, I have undo, but you can't really use undo with this paper because it'll cause the ink to run, because it basically just feels like regular printer paper. So we're just going to be very careful and hope for the best, basically. I think we're going to stick maybe this one here. And then Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse over here on Sunday. And then that puts the shoes and the gloves kind of in the middle. We'll see if I have a chance to use any more of the full boxes during the setup. I will if I can. We'll see how that goes. If I end up finding any like full box covers during my week, I might also pull those in. We'll have to see. All right, moving on to the sidebar. I do have some like functional things on a few of these pages. Okay. This is like a lot of pages to keep track of right now. Okay, starting out with this week, and I'm pressing everything up to the top now that I've like committed to this arrangement. This page can go to the side again. I have 2 habit trackers. Let's put in 1. And then 2. So I'm going to use 1 for socials and 1 for movement. I think I'm going to stick in this little kettlebell for the movement one. I'm going to stick that down here like so. And then socials, I think I need to pull something from my stash. Let me see what I have in the Instagram icon front. I think maybe this light blue will work. These are from Piper Paper Company from like a lot of years ago. She's most recently Jessica Aaron Designs. I don't think she has a shop open right now. All right, so that is now good. Underneath that, somewhere, it says one of these, this one, says dinners. There we go. And then I need this full box checklist to go in there. And then after that, I think I want to use one that says this week. And then I'm going to use this last checkbox. Like so. And then I do have like a little space down here at the bottom, which I am going to stick in a washi strip. There we go. All right, that is looking pretty cute. Moving on to the daily columns. Usually I use one of these guys for work. So I think I'm going to do that again. Before I do that and before I forget, I'm going to pull out this takeout garbage item, and I'm going to do my little surgery that I do on these if I can successfully. All right. So I'm going to stick that like so. And like so. All right, got that in. And then I need a little work guy. I think I'm going to use this one. Like so. And I need some like small work stickers. Those are small. What else do I have that might be small enough? I feel like I have a lot of like kind of bigger stickers. These are pretty small. All right, these are also Piper Paper Company. They're these little laptops. It'll go up into the header a little bit, but that's fine. So I want to make sure that I have one of these for each of the days. There's this one. And my little laptops. I really should have pulled out my tweezers today, but we're just gonna make do with my kind of long fingernails. And then sticking 2 of these on my hand so that I don't lose them for the other page. All right, next up after that, I have my plan with me for Monday. I think I need 2 washi strips. Okay. So we're gonna put a couple of washi strips behind that. These don't exactly line up because there's like a tiny gap that's supposed to be between them, but I'm just gonna ignore that because I think it's close enough by the time I put the plan with me sticker on top of the whole thing. There we go. That's looking pretty cute. I think that's all I have for Monday. On Tuesday, I've got nothing planned right now. And oh, Monday, I do think I have a movie night. I'm not going to try to fill it in because we cancel a lot. Let's be honest. If so, I might try to fit in one of the movie tracker, or I might just do it with a box. We'll see how it goes. All right, nothing planned for Tuesday, Wednesday. So then that brings us to the second half of the week. I need to not forget that I have that little like washi deco box situation left still. Here's that, and then somewhere I have another page. I think I'm gonna use the other purple one. Feels springy. There we go. Thursday, I do have curling at the end of the day. I'm gonna put it in with one of these washi strips. And I'm gonna use maybe this peach dumbbell. Obviously, I know that I don't use dumbbells for curling, but they kind of look like curling rocks-ish. There we go. I don't think I have curling on Tuesday. If that changes, obviously I will fill in something about that when we get there. And then finally on Friday, I have a video going up. This is going to be for my monthly for March. My March monthly. I totally know words. I was going to use this little thing, but I think, what if we use this one? All right, I'm going to use this little thing to mark that here. And then I do also have a work lunch. That might get rescheduled though. All right, so I think I'm going to not fill that part in. And then the weekend is another time that I don't really know what's going on. So I do still have a good amount of stuff left, function-wise, during the week. And then if I need it, I have some extra full boxes on this movie guy. We'll see how that goes. But I think this is where we're going to leave it at with the pre-planning. So stick around for just a second and you can see the finished spread. All right, I think that the week turned out pretty cute overall. Definitely fun pastels for spring. I did get through a pretty good chunk of the kit. I've got a few headers and boxes, some functional stuff, a few glittery boxes, glitter headers and little things, this like half deco box here, a couple of full boxes and date dots, a couple more full boxes, and then a blank page that I'm just gonna get rid of. So I think I really used the kit pretty effectively, and I don't have too much stuff to go into my leftovers stash. But that's all I really have for today. The week was up and down for a lot of it for sure, but it was pretty productive, I think. So let me know how your week went down below, or if you don't have anything that you want to leave me a castle emoji just to say hi. I would love to hear from you. And then follow me on Instagram and Blue Sky at Creative Life of Liz. You can see in progress and finished spreads, bits and pieces of my life, what I'm reading, all that good stuff. And until next time, bye.